Today we're going to be going over factoring polynomials here. So factors are things connected by multiplication that are part of something bigger. For example, 2 and 3 are factors of 6. Prime factors are factors that can't be broken down farther. So we've already done this at Algebra 2, so I'm going to hopefully make it quick and painless. But remember, always ask yourself the first question, is there a monomial? There's not in this problem. Next is it a pattern? Well, this has two terms, so it could be one of our patterns. If it is, based on the exponent, it will be a cubic pattern. So, are both terms a perfect cube? Well, x to the third is, and 27 is as well. So according to the factor chart, this is going to follow the a cubed plus b cubed pattern, which means the factors are going to be a plus b, a squared minus ab plus b squared. So for our given problem, it's going to be x plus 3, x squared minus a times b, so 3x, plus b squared, which is our 3, so 3 squared is 9. So there we go. Example 2, we're going to factor it completely. So again, the first question is always, is there a monomial? And in this case, there is. I can get an x out of all three terms. If I pull the x out, I'll divide each term by x, giving me x squared minus 5x minus 6. Next, after we pull out the monomial, we ask ourselves, is it a pattern? It's not a pattern, so we're going to multiply first and last, giving us negative 6x squared. The factors of negative 6 are 1 and 6, and then 2 and 3. Because we multiply to be a negative, one of them has to be positive, one of them has to be negative. The combination what we're going to want is positive 1, negative 6. Give an x to each of those. Then set up the box. And the first box gives the first term, which is x squared. The last box gives the last term, which is negative 6. And the other two boxes gives the two factors we just found. Once you have the box set up, factor out your monomial. So up and down we have x, and then 6, but because the higher exponent is negative, we want to pull out negative 6. Sorry, the coefficient with the higher exponent is negative. Side to side, we get x, and side to side, we get 1. So overall, x minus 6, and x plus 1 are the factors. Okay, for example 3, again we're going to go down through factoring. So is there a monomial? And in this case, x goes into all three terms, and actually I think 4 does as well. So I'm going to pull 4x out, and the first term that will leave me with x squared minus 56 divided by 4 is 14. So 14x, and plus 48, dividing the 192 by 4. Now continuing with the process, it's not a pattern, but we'll multiply first and last. Give me 48x squared. Then I'll list my factors. 1 and 48, 2 and 24, 3, does 3 go into 48? Yes, it has to. 3 and 16? Yeah, 3 and 16. 4 and 12. 5 doesn't go into it. 6 and, let's see, I think it's 8, 6 and 8. 7, 8, okay. So that's all the factors. Because it multiplies to be positive, the signs are the same. So in this case, they both have to be negative. And the combination I'm going to want is the negative 6 and negative 8 to add up to be my middle term. I'm going to give each one an x and then set up my box. In the first box is the first term, which is x squared. Last box, last term, which is 48. In the other two boxes gives the other two factors, 6x and negative 8x. Once the box is set up, factor out your monomials. So up and down we have x, up and down we have 6, but the higher powered term has a negative, so negative. Side to side x and side to side 8. Again, the higher powered term has a negative, so negative 8. So overall, my factors are 4x, x minus 6, and x minus 8. Then we have one final one, factor completely. So the first question is there a monomial? And there is. 2 goes into both terms. If I pull the 2 out, it gives me x to the third minus 125. Next thing we ask ourselves, is this a pattern? Well, if it is a pattern, they will both be perfect cubes because of the exponent. X to the third is indeed a perfect cube, and so is 125. Well, this is the a cube minus b cube pattern. And according to our factor chart, the factors of this are a minus b times a squared plus ab plus b squared. So the factors of our problem will be x minus 5 times x squared plus 5x plus b squared, which is going to be 25. And then don't forget to bring down that monomial of 2.